Okay, shush music. There we go. All the times it could have gone on. So we're going to play Dragon Age the Veilguard. We're going to play... I've already played and completed this game once. Fucking loved it. Fucking loved it. So we're going to play an elf now. We're going to play an elf. We're going to start again an elf mage. So I'll show you what my character was originally. This is my original character. This is what my dude is. Oh, I've got my helmet on. He looks badass. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Badass. Badass. Well, that is one handsome looking guy right there. Anyway, so I've already completed this is a completed done. So yeah, so the current plan is to basically roll a elf mage. I'm not sure what type of mage yet. I'm gonna have to play around with it. Roll an elf mage and then smooch Balara. So originally, this is my original plan what I was going to do with the whole. I always knew what I was going to be. I knew I was going to be a warrior first time. That is something that I knew I was going to be. I'm always a warrior first time. I like wearing plate. It's just cool. I knew I was going to romance Hardin. I've wanted to romance her since Inquisition. So, and she's just, you know, just adorable, Hardin. So that's what I did. And in my first game, I was a warrior, and I think I originally wanted to go Slayer, but I didn't really get on with the two-handed. I found myself using. I really enjoyed the blocking mechanic. I liked blocking and then countering, and then I kind of just fell into being a champion with a sword and shield kind of thing. And I was a Grey Warden as well, so it kind of really fitted well. So that's essentially kind of like what I wanted to do. That's how my guy thing, and I romanced hard and all. Originally, the next character I was gonna play was a rogue who was gonna romance Nev. However, I liked Balara so much through my first thing. I got so interested that I kind of wanted to see what her romance was like. And I'm like, well, I don't want my rogue to romance Balara, right? It just didn't fit for the character that I was thinking with my rogue. Because my rogue's essentially going to be Enzo. And I don't think Balara really fitted his kind of, like, romance. So, I came up with an idea of doing an elf, like an elf mage, right? And I kind of want to do him as the most naive, like, everything he's going to do is in tears. You know, he's going to be like, I don't want to be here. This, you know, kind of like, why is this happening to me? And I'm going to see what I can do. I'll see what I can do. Be a bit of a whingy little elf, I think. Because why not?
Let's
give it a go.
As Solas. Smart, thoughtful. Love to hear him.
Go over here so I'm not blocking anything.
Name.
Yeah, just like an elf.
Ancient elven god of lies.
That doesn't want to be here, and he's just like, oh god, everything is so
tyranny,
bad, and just constantly
depending on
crying.
which story you believe.
Or emotional stuff like
In
that.
his desperate fight against the corrupt elven gods, Solas imprisoned them, creating a veil that split our world from the raw magic of the Fade. He had won. But the veil cost the elves everything. Their magic,
Everything.
their freedom, even their immortality. Now, Solas wants to tear down that veil and undo the damage he caused, even if that means our world has to burn.
I know there's a tag
Somebody's
that
gotta
says no
stop
spoilers,
him.
please, but I think
And
we're-
that's where you come in.
And that's where we come in. I can't believe people thought that. I'm going to say this. So, you know, you're going to get kind of like my thoughts and feelings of the game and stuff like that as I go through. I should really eventually do like a video of it saying what I really think and all that jazz. which I will. Eventually, I will do that. But it's trying to... It's really... I'm finding it really hard to kind of like... put into what I feel into words, into a somewhat coherent way. It's quite difficult for myself. So, I gotta have a think on that and how to do it. I'll probably, as I'm naturally playing, kind of like say what I think and stuff like that. But yeah, at one point I'll do a video. Let's just say I enjoyed the game. I did enjoy Dragon Age: The Veilguard. And I will say this, I think it is the best combat system in any Dragon Age game. I love the combat system. I thought it was good. It wasn't particularly deep. I didn't really need it to be particularly deep. I liked how it was very actiony. You did a lot of button presses. You were dodging. It looked good. It felt good. I liked it. It's a good building block for the next game, which I really hope that they do. They stick with that combat system and then build upon it. You know, build upon it. But like you said, Lindy, I think this system, this second playthrough, will give me kind of like an idea on what I truly feel about it. You know. So, hang on one sec. I need to do something. One sec. Sorry, sometimes dust gets into it and it needs to... I hate it when it does that. Anyway. So, we are going to start with an elf. You can cycle appearance and all that boy. But it doesn't really matter because I can do whatever. Anyway, we'll continue with elf. Preset. It's going to be him. Be a man. Sure, you. Sure, why not? We'll customize. Making different decisions is very different, and very different characters has been good for me. Interesting. I'm kind of wondering how different the Rook will be. I am curious. A part of me thinks that Rook won't be a huge amount of different. It will be that different, unfortunately. But we shall see. We shall see. Right, starting preset. Let's have a look. So I need to make him... Yeah, sure. Okay, we'll start with that preset. Okay, we'll make him kind of like... Yeah, sure. Okay. You need... Oh, you know what? How do I want to do this? Do I want to do the hair first? Yes, I do, because I know the hairstyle I want. Where is it? Do. Man, I tell you what, though. By the way, I've got everything on max. This is max, so this is the best the game is going to ever look. You know? So, like, Veil-Jumper versus Morn Watcher background has given me different info into some dialogues already. Yeah, I'll tell you this, right? With how much Grey Wardens are involved with the main story and the entire game, I would highly recommend doing a Grey Warden playthrough. Highly recommend it. Just due to the fact just how often the Grey Wardens are in this game. It is massive. It is really, really cool. Yeah, Grey Warden is absolutely insanely good to do. Where is it? Wait, where is it? It definitely wasn't that, but it could work. No, where was it? No. That wasn't it. That wasn't it. I thought there was like a hair sweep kind of thing that I saw. No, definitely not that. Oh, it's this one. That's the one I want. That's the one I want. There we go. That's definitely the one I want. Okay. Okay. I don't know what hair color yet. I mean, you can stick with white, I suppose, couldn't you? You could go white. Which people seem to enjoy. Or blonde. Or red. I don't know. We'll go with white for now. We'll stick with white and see what's going on. But I need to change his face because it is far too angular for my liking. I quite like... I envisioned him as quite a round kind of face. If I can do that. That is. Oop. This is an interesting system to morph as well. I thought this was quite interesting. Not what I was expecting, if I'm brutally honest. Not that that's a bad thing. I think it was kind of cool. I think this is an interesting kind of... No, I need... Okay. Sorry, this is going to be like a 3-hour stream of character creation. This is essentially it now. This is it. There's nothing else. They're all so angular and handsome. That's the problem. They've all got the chiseled look. Kind of want more rounded features. I suppose that's kind of rounded, but even that, you can see it's kind of chiseled. I suppose I could... I suppose what I could do is that... Ooh. But... Okay. Okay, we're getting somewhere, I think. I think we're getting somewhere. This is not easy. Trying to find the right thing. Evidently not, Lindy. If they're not spending hours upon hours doing it, they just aren't playing the game right. That's just not the way to play the game. Ooh, okay, that's more like it. That's what I'm going for. Yes. Yes. Oh, yeah, that's what I want. I like it. I like it. That's kind of what I'm going for. Kind of like a, huh? Kind of, oh, I don't want to be here kind of thing. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. I want him to look young as well. I kind of want him young. That's pretty good. I quite like that. I quite like that. That's good. I want him kind of pale. Because the story is he's kind of like... It's kind of like... Can you only have 60%? Hey, what's up, Luck? My brother used to have the same haircut. Hey, if I could get this haircut, I would. I used to be able to, a very, 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 very long time ago. But not quite so much anymore. Alright. What I'll do... Okay. Sure. That's kind of pale enough. Okay, sure. I see what this is. Yeah, okay, and I definitely want youthful. Ooh. Now we're getting somewhere. Youthful 6. Ooh. Ooh. It's not so bad that it's more that I'm losing hair. Age is unfortunately catching up with me, and I don't grow hair as long as I used to. Although the sides and back still go quite. I think it's on top that tends to be quite sparse nowadays. What I used to back when I was young, in my teens, I actually had. Oh my god. I did actually have that emo look where, you know, like you had long hair and it was over one eye. Yeah, I had quite like below shoulder length. And it wasn't just because of style. It wasn't because I thought it looked good. It was because I couldn't be bothered to go get a haircut. And basically, and I was constantly doing this. It was in my eye, so I was like, flick it. Just flick it. That's it. Just flick it. There you go. All the time. Until I can remember, I worked at PC World. And I remember the day I decided to get my hair cut. And when I got my hair cut, I meant I had it cut short, like the length that I was. And I went into work and everyone stared at me. Just absolutely everyone stared. Oh, thank you, Michael. Thank you. Have a lovely, lovely nap, Lindy. Have a lovely nap. So yeah, it was, and then it's been short ever since. I haven't been able to grow it long since that point. So I think I was about 18, I think I was 19 when 19 or 20 where I had it cut, and it's been kind of short ever since. Which is good, which is fine. I quite like intensity. I don't know what that even does. Amount 78. I don't think that does much. So we'll just leave it as this. I like it. He's looking young, and that's what I'm going for. I want him to look young. That's what I'm going for. He's a reluctant hero. He's an elf that didn't really want to be here, and he's super duper kind of like, oh no, I really don't want this. Okay, I'll do that. Flatten. Oh, that's the forehead. That's fine. That's fine. My mother was a hairdresser, so I'm the opposite. Always liked it short because mine behaves stupidly with water and take ages to get fully wet. Do you have like really thick hair then, Luck? You know, do you have like really thick hair? And when you say it behaves stupidly with water, do you mean it goes super duper curly, or? Not good with the I mean, you can't really see the forehead, so it doesn't like. Yeah, the forehead's fine. It doesn't really do much. You can't really see much there. One of these days, I'm gonna do like a character that just looks absolutely silly. I mean, honestly, most of the things gonna happen here. I see. I see. Depth minus 50. Oh, God. I like my forehead. My goodness, that is... Okay, we'll stick with the, that. That's fine. That's fine. Quite like it. Okay. That's okay. I didn't really want to do forehead. Cheeks and jaw is where we're going to have the magic. That's where the magic really begins. Okay, cheeks. Okay, so that's where we are. Never curly, but when I go to the beach, I need a few dives for it to get fully wet. It's thick and almost waterproof. Blummin' egg. Fair play. 1 sec. Okay. You've had grey hairs for a few years, though I'm only 24. It's not unusual. Some people do kind of like get grey hairs a lot sooner. Some people go grey like you know, in their 20s. Some people lose their hair in the 20s. But I wouldn't be too worried about a few odd grey hairs here and there. I had a few grey hairs in my 20s, you know, but they just tend to just kind of come and go really quickly. You don't even notice them. I'm starting to notice them a bit more now that I'm 36, but, you know. But again, you know, a lot of people are different, you know. A lot of people kind of like go grey while they're 30 or something like that. You just don't know. Oh, I see. Oh, that was a good idea. Oh god. Gauntness. I don't want him gaunt. Kind of want to that's it. I want a round face. I want him to look young and like jowls. I don't want him to look quite like that. I'm quite happy with no jowls. He's too young. I'm not worried. Even if they're not a few, they are really, and I don't mind. Dude, embrace it. It's the way I've seen it. That's the way I've always kind of like. That's one hell of a chin. That's kind of like the way I've always kind of think. If you're eventually going to go grey, you may as well embrace it. Become a silver fox. Or something like that, you know. Okay. Okay. Right. Well, we'll see how this goes. Well, that's down here, isn't it? Okay. Have a bit of a thing. I'm not particularly good at there we go. Not particularly good at creating things. It's never really been my chin bump. We'll give him a chin bump. Why not? I've got a chin bump. See? It's called a dimple. I've got one. Right. I think his chin is fine. Yeah, I think he's fine. That's okay. I want him to look a little larynx. We'll just have a normal one there. That's fine. There's nothing to. And I don't need to do the scalp because, you know, most of his scalp is under blooming things. What I would like to do is his ears. Make his ears really, really long. So undergarments, we will do this so I can see what the hell is going on. He is not going to be ripped. No. You go ahead, Luck. You go ahead. You make dinner, mate. You make dinner. Okay. Body shape. He's going to be scrawny little guy. He's going to be a screw. Maybe not like, you know, like little scrawny, but he's got to have a little bit of flubber on him. There we go. But he's not going to be muscular. He needs to be a little scrawny. He needs to be a little thin. A little thin. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's better. That's what I want. Body proportions. I don't want him tall. I kind of want him like that. Do I want him? Yeah, you know what? Let's do him a little shorter than average. He doesn't need to be massive, but I really want, I want him shorter. Shoulder width, bring it in. Here we go. This is where the character comes to life. This is where the character truly comes to life. I like the chest that is just tiny chest. Yes, this is my rook. Is that waist width? No, I don't want him to be like friggin' hip width. No, that's fine. Glute size. We got to give him a badonkadonk. It's not really much of an ass, that. That's kind of disappointing. That's pretty disappointing. You know, we'll just give him a huge, just a normal. You know, this should kind of like, when it's on max, it should be like this. like General Garza from Star Wars: The Old Republic, like out here, like that, really big. I mean, doesn't really matter. Yeah, sure, whatever. You don't get to see it, so it doesn't really matter. No, you know what? We won't give him an ass. He'll be assless. He'll be assless, this one. Okay. Skin tone. I think I've done the skin tone. Do I? Yeah, I've done the skin tone. Eyes. Eye shape and color. I would very much like... Hang on, do we... Okay. Like, one is... I quite like his eyes as they are, to be honest. I do quite like them as they are. I mean, if someone were actually... Is anyone's eyes like this? You know? Do you want to go a little... Okay, we'll go up here. I quite like the taller eyes. Oh, God, that's... No, I'm good. I quite like his eyes bulging out. That's it. That's it. I think his eyes need to be bulging. Vertical distance in the eyelids. I want them wide open. I want his big eyes. I want when you look into his eyes that you get lost in them. That's what I want. I don't think they need to be hooded now. Yeah, that's good. I want you to get lost in his big eyes. Basically, I want big eyes so that when he's crying and going, oh God, that you can see just how much water there is in there. I don't want to go. Okay. Okay. Blue, green, hazel. I like the violet. Pink. I quite like the violet. The violet's nice. I'm gonna go with that. That's nice. I don't know what that means. Oh my God, that's terrifying. Ugh. Oh, dude, I'm so hungover. So stoned, dude. You can have bloodshot. Oh, God, that's horrible. Or cataracts. Oh. Right. No, I'm quite happy with the purple. Nose. Okay, I quite like his nose as is, to be honest. No. Quite like his normal nose. No, I quite like the first one. Just a nice normal nose. I don't need to do anything too crazy with it. Doodaloo. All right. Nose shape depth. Okay. Height. A little longer, I think. A little smaller, just like that, I think. That'll look good. I don't want any crookedness. I want him to be alright. I don't want him to... Nose bone. No, that's fine. I don't need to know that. Vertical positioning. What does that do? Oh. Oh. Little... I'm not entirely sure what that does, if I'm brutally honest. Oh, and that moves that. Oh, I see. I can stay there. Width. Let's make it a little thinner. Depth. Little bit out. Okay. The tip. Just the tip. A little bit down. Don't want it to be left or right. I want a little narrow. Don't need no rotation. Little nostrils. Very nice. Okay. We're getting there, little by little. That's how it works. Little by little. One sec. Okay. Alright, he's not too bad. The lips. Stick out those lips. You know what? I'm fine with the lips. Her size. No, the lips are fine. The lips are fine. He's looking okay. Ears. Ear shape. As long as possible. As long as you can. Whoosh. No, they need to be longer, man. Longer. What does that do? Huh. My hair is clipping through the ears. I don't want them rotating. I want them long. What the hell? What do I get? See, I quite like the small... I quite like... But I want them longer. Okay, they're quite long. Number 3. I think we go number 3, to be honest. They're quite long. Hell yeah, base. I'm still in character creator. It is when you're an elf, mate. It is when you're an elf. Oh yeah, we're going 3. Look at those bad boys. Oh, look at those. You can nibble on the end of those. Oh. Oh. Cool. It's rather important. Yeah. I quite like him. He's going well. That's a good elf. That's a good elf. Now, hair color. I don't know whether to stick with the white or change it. The problem is, the more I'm looking at the white, the more it kind of fits what I'm going with what I want. It was either going to be white or kind of blonde. I want to kind of like portray youth and naivety and make him ginger. What do you think, Based? What do you think? Be blonde or should it be white? The white, I don't know. There's something about the white. And these are fine, but I just don't think they fit with what I'm going for. Because it's just like someone's dyed their hair, kind of like... Ooh. You're a fan of redheads? Well, that kind of redhead? Or kind of like more ambery? Quite like the copper. The first one, what, this one? Yeah, but I don't want him to look kind of like... I want him to look naive and, you know, kind of useless and emotional. I think it's got to be... These are the hardest decisions. I'm going with the white. Now this is important. I very, very rarely go white. Sorry guys, one sec. Okay. Right, okay, so that's that. Any hang on. Where do I do eyebrows? That's brow. Where are my eyebrows? Oh, here we go. Sorry. I didn't do my eye. I didn't do eyebrows or eyelashes. Oh my god, I'm terrible. I'm an awful, awful person. Okay. Terrible. Okay, let's have a look. Interesting. I want kind of... Now, I know how we're going to start. If there's one thing that I have a complaint about this game and how it's written and stuff, is that they don't give you enough options to play your rook the way you want to play them. For example, and the first best example of this is the opening scene, where you get to decide whether to talk your way through a certain situation or fight your way through a certain situation. Well, that just gives you two options on how... I like those eyebrows, by the way, I'm going there. That only gives you the option of two options of how your rook is going to be, right? Hey, Yuna. And I feel like, as much as I like BioWare, I feel like they've moved too far away from more like, instead of playing your character, you're playing their character with how they want you to play him. And what I mean by that is that you have two options to be this rook. You can be an aggressive rook, or you can be a good sarcastic rook, or whatever it is, right? Or you can only be a good rook. There isn't evil options in Dragon Age the Veilguard. You can't be evil in Dragon Age the Veilguard like you can in Dragon Age Origins, right? Even to a certain extent, you can be quite evil in Inquisition. You can be you can be a bit of a dick in Inquisition, even though you're trying to save the world. And I really hope that BioWare kind of move back into that. You can be the person you really want your characters to be, you know, even if it means not having a voice protagonist, which I don't think they would ever not do anymore. They've got to be voiced because that's what BioWare is known for. But there we go. How you doing, Una, by the way? How are you doing? I'm just currently making our rook. I'm happy with the eyebrows. Maybe we can get some better ones. Okay, they're quite nice. I'm gonna go with those. Look at him. Look at him. Blah. We don't have any mascara. Oh, look at the little doofus. Look at him. It's kind of a shame that you can't have freckles outside of the complexion. Let me go back. What's the youthful 6? It's either that or that. Guys, chat, what makes him look more young, foolish, and naive? The freckles or that? Which makes him look freckled too? You're right, actually. That really does make him look like he shouldn't be anywhere near anything. That makes that... Those freckles, like, de-age him, like, 15 years. He was only, like, 20. Now he looks about 6. You know? He looks like it. He looks like he shouldn't even be, like, wandering around. That's a good call. I like that. This is some top quality streaming right here. Can you tell? No, that was a good call, Based. You did well. You did well there. That was a really good call. I think we're done. Look at him. Look at him. He looks like he's about 5. That is exactly what I'm looking for. Turn him... Oh, yeah. Always check the profile. What do you think? What do you think? I think it's good. I think he kind of looks like an elf nerd who... who shouldn't be... Too much of a nose bump? Okay, let me see. Let me see if we can adjust that. Too much of a nose bump. Let's bring that down then, shall we? It's the nose bridge, I think. There we go. Here we go. What about that? Hey, James. Are you not regrowing the face protection in the cold? Oh, no, I'm not. No. I decided to go clean shaven for a bit. I fancied it. I fancied going clean shaven. Oh, look at this guy. Look at this. Guys. Chat. This elf is going to save Thedas. Are you confident? Are you confident that this elf, this whingy little snot-covered elf, is going to save Thedas? Before or after the promise? You know, during, mate. Look at that. He's on the beach. He's already burning. All right. How you doing, by the way, James? You good, buddy? You good? All right, here we go. All right, well, I think I'm done. Accept changes. Look at him. Yes. Yes. That's almost perfect. Except... He's a modest elf. He's a modest elf. He needs that. He needs to cover everything up, you know? Yes, that's perfect. Mr. No-Ass Elf. Look at the hair physics, man. Look at them. So good. Yes, I did see you got engaged. Looking forward to Looking Dragon to meet next week. Slightly disappointed with Planet Coaster. Oh no! Did Planet Coaster 2? It wasn't very good, was it? That kind of blows. Really? I remember Planet Coaster 1 being quite good. Oh man! Why did they have to mess? I genuinely don't understand. Maybe this is coming from someone who's completely and totally outside the industry, who has never developed a video game before in his entire life, and who clearly knows everything about it. But I just... Oh, it was rushed out, so they obviously had to cut things back. Because to me, in my mind, like, say you make a game, right? And then you get the feedback from the game, and you go, right, okay, what did they like? What did they didn't like? In my mind, you basically go, okay, they like this, this, and this. So we make sure next game we have this, this, and this. If they didn't like this, we will try a new way to fix this. I don't get why that isn't... Maybe they can't. Maybe it's a technical limitation. Maybe just, like you said, they just didn't have the time. They just had to push it out. Or, you know, I don't know. I don't know. To me, it just seems logical. But then again, this is coming from someone who has no idea how video games are made, you know? Oh, I see. A little more like City Skylines. Interesting. I suppose when they kind of look for more appeal, maybe that's kind of like where it fell short. That it made it too kind of something or another. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going mage. They do use a test, but it's a whole... Yeah. I'm gonna go mage. Look at him. He looks... Actually, he's gonna be like... Huh. Okay. Look at him. Hell yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna go mage. How am I? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just kind of... So I haven't been around chatting for a while because I've literally just been playing Dragon Age of the Veilguard. Literally since it's launched about 2 weeks ago, all I've been doing when I've got time is playing Dragon Age of the Veilguard. That's why I haven't been on any chats or anything like that, because that's all I've been doing. You know, that's it. I ceased to exist because I was playing this game, and enjoying it. So yeah. So and I've just been tired. It's just I'm so tired at the end of work. It's a busy period, Christmas, very busy, and it's just exhausting. We've had to put in like 34 Christmas trees, and we're not talking like into a pot. We had to drill into the ground, remove the ground, and we got to put the trees into it, and then pad it in and make sure they don't fall. It's just a whole thing. It's a very, very kind of like stressful thing. So, okay, so from the information that I've gathered, by the way, and I'll just take this out here for someone, if anyone's never played this game or they've played this game but didn't do it, they did a different faction from Grey Wardens, I will tell you this. Do at least one character that is a Grey Warden. Because the amount of extra conversations that I had, because the Grey Wardens are in this game so much, the amount of extra information and conversational pieces I had with being a Grey Warden was insane. To the point that I thought, I don't know what the others are like, but it almost feels like this game was made for people to be a Grey Warden. It's that much. So I would highly encourage people to be a Grey Warden. That said, I'm not being a Grey Warden this time. I mean, a part of me kind of... So I thought about doing the Veil Jumpers, but it didn't really fit. I mean, I guess it kind of fits. I was thinking more of a Shadow Dragon, but the problem is... Right. The story I had in mind for this Rook was like... It could work with the... And that's really good. I like that. Faster mana regeneration. Maybe I should stick with the Shadow Dragons. Yeah, I'll stick with the Shadow Dragons. How have you found this compared to the last one? Reviews are mixed, a little too Magneto. Generally, because it's quite a broad question, right? There are better things in this game than Inquisition, and there are worse things in this game than Inquisition. I think the writing's fine. In some parts, the writing is absolutely awesome. In other parts, it's kind of like, really? Why? How the hell did that get through testing? So the quality varies quite a bit. How do I put it? It feels like much of what you do doesn't have a massive impact. In this one, you kind of feel like you're just playing out a story. Whereas in Inquisition, as an Inquisitor, you feel like you're kind of part of the story. Like you're doing it. If there's one thing I will say about Dragon Age the Veilguard, I feel like their conversation system went backwards with Veilguard. Which is bad. Which is really bad. Instead of advancing on it, they went back to basically you have positivity. Yay, I'm a goody-goody. You have sarcastic, Purple Hawk, kind of I'll make a joke out of everything. And 3, you have gruff, stern, I'm here to do this. And those essentially are the 3 options you have for pretty much 70 to 80% of all conversations you have. You get a little things here of emotions, like emotionally sad, confused, and stuff, but so less than you had in Inquisition, which unfortunately takes away from the personality of your Rook, because you basically sum it down to either you're goody-goody, sarcastic, or stern Rook. And it's all positive. You're not evil, you're not bad. You're just BioWare's version of what they wanted Rook to be. And as much as I hate to say it, Rook never felt like a my Rook, a me Rook. Like in Inquisition, I kind of felt like it was my Inquisition. It's the same with what they did with Dragon Age 2. I never felt Hawk was my Hawk. I just felt I was playing Hawk, right? It never felt really like it was my Hawk. I was just playing Purple Hawk, or BioWare's Purple Hawk, or Thingy's Hawk. And I think Rook is very much in the same way. And I think it's because they had to do it. They basically ran out of time. They basically kind of like, yeah, you're playing them. You're not role playing them. That's a fantastic way of putting it out there. You're playing them. You're not role playing them. And you're not role playing your character. I never had an attachment to. I never thought that this was my Rook. That's not to say I think the voice acting in this great game is incredible. Alex Jordan as Rook is so good. I think he's incredible, and he does Rook very, very well. Very well. And I think the voice acting in this entire game is incredible, to the point that sometimes it can basically hide the less than good writing. It's not all of it. I will put this forward now. It's not every bit of writing is rubbish. There's little pockets here that are not very good. There are more pockets around that I feel that are really good. And then there are like the main story, which I think is incredible. I really, really enjoy the main story in this game. I think it's really good. Really good. And I think the writing is really good in the main story. It's just they've got little islands. Like on the internet, they always cherry pick the worst parts that out of context can look pretty bad, you know. And it is in those situations, it can be pretty bad. But fundamentally, I'll say this. The one thing this game did significantly better than Inquisition is the presentation. The cutscenes are incredibly well animated. They look fucking credible. You can tell that they basically mocapped everything to make sure those scenes are perfect. Whereas in Inquisition, they will basically use stock animations to do things. How do I put it? Like, like they will do a combat animation, which they do for normal combat. They would put it in a cutscene. But in this one, you can tell that they've made a specific animation just for that cutscene. Just for that cutscene. And it really shows. So to me, the presentation of Dragon Age the Veilguard is incredible. I think it looks incredible, it plays incredible, it feels incredible. The animations are the best I've ever seen in a Dragon Age game, in a BioWare game. It looks incredible. But it's not perfect. If they worked on this game for more than they did, and I know people will say it's a decade-old game. Well, firstly, no. They didn't spend 10 years making this game. Dragon Age Inquisition came out 10 years ago in 2014. And then, of course, they did all the DLC for stuff like that. And I believe they started actual development was about 2016, 2017, when that got canned. And then a few years until 2021, they were working on the live service Dragon Age, which, fuck me, why did they ever think that? That's just, fuck me. And then, so essentially, this game here has been in development since 2021, in kind of like full development in 2021. So yeah, that's kind of like what they've been doing. So realistically, it's had really like a 3.5 year dev cycle. Of course, they used stuff from the live action into it, but you know, realistically, it's about 3.5 years they've been developing the game. Everything wanted to, yeah, I mean, God, I really despise trends. I really do. I really, really despise like the chasing of trends. So it was a big team. It was basically all of BioWare was on it. And I should say, the director, I believe, or someone from BioWare very high up said they basically pivoted their game from 2021 to a single player game. So it pivoted to a single player game in 2021, right? Of course, they absolutely use things that they developed from doing it as a live service. So I imagine the maps, the animations, a lot of that stuff was kind of already done, and they just kind of like moved it. I say 2021. 2021 is when they pivoted to a single player game. I should have said that, actually. That made it think like that they threw everything else before and started all over again. No. they moved stuff from the live action into the thing. Yeah. But it's again, the narrative that this game was in 10 years in the making is bollocks. No, it hasn't. It wasn't in 10 years in the making. No, not at all. And people don't realize that BioWare is a company that everyone kind of goes to it. So, for example, they have these small teams that will kind of prototype and start work. So let's use this, for example, and this is just from what I've learned. It might have changed. So Dragon Age: The Veilguard is done. They've released it, and they're not going to do any DLC. That's what they've decided. They've decided not to do any DLC with it that we know of. Now, they've said everyone in BioWare is pivoting to the new Mass Effect game. Okay? What normally happens, from what I understand, from what I'm reading and read and researched, is that now a small team in the Dragon Age, and the leaders for the next Dragon Age game, will go to one side and start prototyping and thinking and writing about it. Whereas the huge, vast majority of the rest of BioWare will pivot straight into Mass Effect and get that into full pre-production. And that's basically how BioWare works, you know? So, for example, Dragon Age Inquisition, that came out in 2014. Much of the team was still working on the DLC to bring out, you know, like all the DLC that they promised. At that point, there was probably a small team prototyping for Mass Effect Andromeda or Anthem, whichever one you want to go with. And then once Dragon Age was done, everything pivots to Mass Effect Andromeda or Anthem, whichever one you wanted to do. And then a small team from the Dragon Age game will stay and start prototyping for the next game. And that's kind of like, I believe, how BioWare does things, from my opinion. From what I've seen, from what I've researched, from what I've been told, from like developers and stuff like that, that's kind of like how they do things. Whether that's actually true, I don't know. Yeah, Scrum teams, yeah. Best way of doing it. I mean, you would know, James. You would know, for sure. It's basically, you know, you get the leaders, you get the prototype out, you get the building blocks of the thing, and then you go for it. And then that's how everyone comes together and build. You've got yourself a game. I completely simplified that to an extortionate extent, but yeah, at least that's what I believe so. I believe so. It might have changed, though. 10 years is a long time. It might have changed. They might like do things differently now, but they have said that they are pivoting to the next Mass Effect, and I really hope that they're already kind of like thinking ahead to the next Dragon Age. Personally, I really do. Yeah, I would not be in game development. Sounds incredibly stressful. Right, okay, sorry. I just literally chatted so much without even playing the game. I should have classed that as my video. I'm going to need to do a video at some point to sort that out. I'm curious. What's the customization? Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'll do that. I'll go Nightmare, but with direct, kind of like. I don't want to like. I want to see quest markers, and I want to see where I can go and what I can loot. I have no interest in wandering around for about 15 hours to find 2 gold. I want that highlighted, baby. That's what I want. So I basically did the whole game. I will say this: Dragon Age Veilguard is an easy game, or at least I found it really easy. I basically was on that one, not the hardest, not Nightmare, but the one before. I had very little problems. There was maybe like one fight where I might have got stuck a few times. You know, I had to die multiple times. But that was because I didn't have the right companions, and I was in a really cramped area, and this thing was doing fucking AoE all the time, and I was melee. So, yeah, it was a bit of a nightmare. But, here we go. Oh, yeah, what do we call him? Chat, what do we call him? Have a think of what we should call our character. She advised for the over major. Yeah, I'm gonna. I don't need to edit the Inquisitor. That's fine. Definitely Romance Solus, because I haven't done that one before. Okay, she disbanded the Inquisition. I'm gonna say given to the Chantry, because I disbanded it in my original game. So I'm gonna say that. Interesting to stop him, eh? No, let's save him. Let's save him. This isn't a brutal thing. We'll go for the save. Cool. All right. Chat, I need a name. James, you're good at names. I need a name for my little weedy elf. I need a name. I need a name. What do you think? What do you think, chat? Little elf boy. One sec. Okay. Look at him. He looks about 12. He's perfect. Oh dear. Gary. Hey, Susie. Wow. Susie, wow. Gary. Is that the best you can do? Scrub, Shift. Oh, I quite like Gary. Matt Mercer. Oh, yeah. Matt. Oh, God. Mercar. Oh, my God. Oh, God. I did kind of like Shift. I don't know why Shift really appealed to me. But... but I like the idea of an elf called Gary. Oh, dear. It's actually quite good. Hang on. Let's call him Gary. There we go. Gary. It's my elf's name. This, by the way, this right here, this little thing right here is completely and utterly irrelevant. Like, genuinely pointless. Because everyone calls you Rook, and this will never, ever come up again. It is completely and totally pointless. Call me Gaz. Oh, God. I quite like... I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to do it like this. I quite like that. Because it's obvious. I like it. I like it. It's so fucking obvious. Right. This is Alex Jordan.
Time to get to work.
He's really, really good. I like Alex Jordan.
What's he been saying now? Well, we're not in trouble.
He's really good. And he's not going to be low, but...
Let's move.
And then this is the American one.
Let's move. Well, we made it.
Huh.
I am happy we're here. All of us. Hi. We'll be working together.
That sounds younger than Alex.
We can lend a hand.
Is it Matt? Is it me? Or does the American voice sound more fitting for the elf? The problem I have, the problem I've got is that Alex Jordan was the voice of my original Rook, who was a plate-wielding Grey Warden who saved Thedas. I'm gonna find it quite hard to differentiate that with this little weedy elf that I'm creating. It's very, very difficult.
He's always got some story.
And I kind of want to know, I kind of want to hear what the other voice actors like, to be honest.
Oh, shouldn't be a problem.
I know Alex is incredible.
Time to leave. I think everyone's okay. Can't believe we finally have a moment alone.
I'm happy to see you.
Yeah, I'm going American. I'm going American. I mean, there's obviously the very
I'm happy
Welsh.
to... It's all... There's no way that's true.
There's no way that's true.
Sure, we'll never see that again. Keep going.
An American elf named Gary. It's
Keep going.
perfect. It's perfect. We cannot make a better Rook. BioWare, give me the writing contract. We are an American elf called Gary. I love it. Female voice kind of
Keep
works.
going.
Oh shit! Hang on.
We're alive. We did well.
I mean, kinda.
Good to meet you. We're here to help. He can't say that. Bet this goes right as rain.
No, I'm going American, which is fine.
Bet this.
We have to go. Glad we finished that one.
Yeah, we're going American. We're going
Glad
American.
we finished that one.
It works. It works. And I'm interested to hear what he's like. What do you mean, Susie? You just noticed the title? But the Welsh does fit better. Yeah, I'm gonna go with funny. I don't know. There's something. There's something like about it that, to me, in my mind.
We've earned some time to ourselves.
I don't know what it is. It just fits. I'm going with the American. I'm going with the American. You're intrigued about the single lowercase x? Don't worry about it, Base. Don't worry about it. Okay, we're ready. It's only taken... How long have I been live? An hour and 20 minutes to actually, like, do the game. But, as someone who actually is, you know, understands how good this character creator is, that's pretty quick, in all fairness. An hour and 20 minutes in this character creator, that's pretty quick. And in all fairness, I think about 20 minutes of that was me just talking about the Veilguard, Dragon Age of the Veilguard, and good stuff and bad stuff. But we shall start. We shall start here, okay? Let's finalize. Are we sure we want to do this? Yes. Gary, the American elf. Let's go. Let's go. Take it away, Varric.
So, where were we?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, right. Him. Our best plan is to stop the Dreadwolf before he can perform his ritual. After following his trail across half the known world, we finally tracked him to Minrathous, capital of the Tevinter Imperium. But to find the Dreadwolf in a city this big, we need a local expert.
Nev.
So, naturally, our story
I
begins
can't
where all
believe
great
people
stories
bitch
begin.
about her hat. That
The
is
seediest
mad
bar
drip.
in town.
That, she looks incredible.
And a missing
Her
contact.
entire outfit looks absolutely incredible. People complaining about her hat have no taste. No taste whatsoever. I like to think that I didn't throw him out. He kind of like, I backed into
Let's try
him
this
clumsily.
again. Where's Nev Gallus?
You think you can come into my bar and make demands?
Oh yeah. Look, he's like he's 12. He looks like he's 12. Oh my god. He's intimidating no one. He's intimidating. There was literally... Look at his little pursed lips. He's he's intimidating no one. Right. Again, this is yeah, he's 100% getting carded. This is the downside, right? This is what I'm talking about in this game. I have two options. I can talk my way out of this, or I can beat the shit out of everyone. Now, granted, the beating up the people has the better scene, better animation, but it totally doesn't fit with this character that I'm doing, unfortunately. Because it's a good animated scene. You literally brain a Venatori with a chair. You literally yeet a bar stool in the face of a Venatori. Genuinely yeet. It's quite entertaining if you haven't seen it. And that's the problem. I've got two options which don't fit any of my character. And that's what I mean that when I say that Rook will not feel like you're... Unless that's the way your character wants to be. But, you know, it never felt like my character. It felt like I was playing BioWare's Rook throughout this game. Which is fine. I mean, it's not great. I prefer the idea of BioWare's games is that this is my Inquisitor. This is my Warden. So I kind of feel like they fell short there with the whole Rook thing. But it is what it is. So chat, with this one, I genuinely don't think it matters what you do. I genuinely don't think it matters. It'll say, Varric will say, remembers that you've done this and this. I don't think it's ever mentioned again. So, doesn't matter. So it kind of depends on what you want to see, chat. Do you want to see us to talk our way through it? Or do you want to see Angry Elf Boy throw a chair at someone's fucking face? Which one do you want to do? Go on, chat. What do you want? What do you want? If anyone cares. You want number 2? You want to see my elf brain dweeb options forever? All right, here we go. Let's do this. This will not fit the character one bit. Okay, just a heads up. And this isn't how I'm gonna play it, but just for the beginning, we'll do it because it's a good animation, and I like seeing the stool get yeeted at someone.
Nev Gallus is my only shot at finding the Dreadwolf. I'm not leaving until I know where she is. Be ready to talk by the time I get to you.
Darling, you're adorable.
I mean, brilliantly animated scene. Incredible scene. Just looks so stupid.
Not enough gold in the world for this.
Varric, now!
Meet Bianca. She'd like you to stay a while.
Gets me every time.
Nev Gallus.
Dumat Plaza. The Venatori cultists took her to Dumat Plaza.
Thanks.
Right.
Your friend Nev Gallus is at Dumont Plaza.
I heard. That's why you're my second in command. Although, for the record,
See, again,
there was probably an
that's the
easier
thing.
way to do that than fighting
It's
an entire
already
bar.
been established that you're with Varric and you kind of like you're his second in command. So you've already kind of got a position of power already, right? And it's kind of like, well, this weedy person would never be there. Weedy person will never do that. So they've definitely, Dragon Age has definitely shifted to the more Mass Effect style where, you know, like your Shepard. Shepard was never going to be a whingy person, but he was like, ugh, he was Shepard, you know. I had you on my side.
What did I have to worry about? You were there watching my back.
Yeah.
Come on. Harding will be worried.
How anyone could say
All
that
right.
this isn't a pretty game.
Break's over.
I genuinely don't know. It blows my mind.
I hope Nev's as good at finding
I
people
hope
as
it
you
looks
claim.
good on stream.
She's the best damn
It
detective
looks
I've ever
fucking
met.
fantastic.
If she says she's got a lead on Solus, I believe her. The Archon's palace.
Here we go.
Something must have gotten them riled up.
Should we be in more of a hurry to get out of here?
We don't want to look conspicuous. Just get out of here nice and casual. Find Nev Gallus and
Kitty.
stop Solus.
Wonder if there's a hidden thing.
Andraste, I bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Vagabond. I wonder if there's like a hidden thing, because you get tons of people begging and you can kind of like... I mean, look at that. Oh, look at that. Really nice.
You still think you can talk him down before he starts his big ritual?
Sure I
That
can.
ritual is going to tear down the veil. The only thing separating us from the Fade and an endless number of demons. I have to talk him down.
Thanks for removing that box. Really appreciate it. Okay. Howdy, howdy.
Wait! But I didn't do anything!
Look at the hair.
Get down.
Look at the hair.
Are they after us? Is it because of the bar?
Best hair tech I've ever
Word
seen.
travels fast in Minrathous.
We've got to help her.
We don't have time to get arrested, especially if we...
Oh, crap. Hey, what's up, Gobble? Basically, I've been playing fail cards. That's essentially what I've been doing.
Oh, crap.
We're too late!
The ritual started. But if we hurry, we can still stop Solus before it finishes. Let's go.
Come! Let's
Harding's
go!
this way. She'll get us to Dumont Plaza. Then Nev will get us to Solus.
Watch out!
You know, a few demons just coming out here, you know, just chilling, a little bit of
Someone
villain.
summoning demons on
Oh, that
purpose?
poor Bob.
My guess is the veil is weakening, and they're slipping through the cracks.
And when the veil comes down completely,
Then the whole world is going to look a lot like this.
Yep. The Intermagisters have artillery. How do you like
Come on,
that?
this way. It should get us
Magical
to Harding.
artillery. How are you doing, Gobble? You alright? There she is.
You're safe now. Get inside and bar
She's
the door
so
as quick as you
cute.
can, okay?
So
Thank you, miss.
Harding,
Look at her.
you all right?
I've been doing what I can to help. The ritual must
Look
be
at
weakening the
her.
veil. There are a lot of scared people out here.
And a lot of demons. Haven't seen this many come through the Fade in years.
You're ruining the moment, Englander.
Jaffa
And
cakes
what
in my
about you
coat
two?
pocket.
Are you okay?
Oh, daddy, let's all play kabaddi.
Thank you so much for the sub, buddy. I once attended an elven wedding. Lovely couple. She was buxom. He was lithe and tall. The vicar priest asked if he would take her hand, and he said, in sent in elf. I said, I do. Oh God, Englander, seriously? I just... Oh my God, man. Oh yes, we're all stealing that, Englander. We're all stealing that. I hope you know. I hope you know. You good? Had a long day of appointments that were fruitful? Oh, excellent. Excellent. I'm good. Yeah, I'm not too bad. I'm a little tired from work. But apart from that, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good, thanks. Right, so here we go. Normally you get, but occasionally you get a little confused. A little shaky. And I'm gonna go, I'm a little shaky.
that was a lot of demons. The Archon's palace was taking shots at us too.
Gets the blood pumping.
Have you got my gear?
Right over there.
Oh, look, a staff and a...
Where's Nev Gallus? Wasn't she at the meeting point?
The Venatori got to her first. They grabbed her before we arrived and paid off the bar owner to keep her
Varric
quiet.
is awesome.
I'm not surprised our detective did something to piss off a cult of murderous blood mages, but their timing stinks. The bar owner said the Venatori took Nev to Dumont Plaza. Can you get us there, Harding?
Rook, you're with the Shadow Dragons. I figured you'd know Minrathous better than I do.
Sure, but Minrathous is huge, and this is nowhere near my neighborhood. I can try.
Don't worry.
My neighborhood
Scouting's my
has a
specialty.
spa on the corner.
Follow me.
Eyes up. We've got company.
Alright, let's try and see how mages work.
Demon.
Oh yeah, can I, No, I don't want to always hide it in conversations. Okay, can I turn off tutorial stuff? I don't need to... Is there accessibility? No. Is there a way to turn off tutorials? 'Cause I don't need it. I don't need it. I've done it before. I've done it before, mate. Oh, there it is. Whoosh. I mean, the hints can kind of... I don't even need hints. That's fine.
Here they come.
Yep. And you've got the all. Okay, interesting.
I think that's the last of them.
Good. Let's get to Dumont Plaza and find Nev. You two all right? Patch yourselves up if you need it.
I'm trying to... I genuinely
If Solus tears down
don't
the veil,
know.
Doesn't that destroy everything?
Solus always talked about how beautiful the ancient world was.
I genuinely
That
don't
world
know
existed
what
before the veil,
main
and he
type of
wants to
mage
bring
I've
it
got.
back.
I really don't.
Even if his ritual kills us all in the process.
Very much for that. Okay.
The
Okay,
Archon's
so that's
palace.
kind of like
It
a...
floats over the city with a big
Okay,
cannon
that's quite
pointed
fun.
down at its
Okay.
own people.
Okay, so that's melee. Interesting. Okay. Do 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 do. Alright, let's go over here. I will say I do very much prefer the layout that they've done. It's kind of like a semi-open world. Veilguard is, which is kind of like a best between kind of like Inquisition was very, very open world, but very empty. And Veilguard is kind of like semi-open world. It may look from the radar that it's kind of formulaic and straight things, but it really isn't. It does kind of like go around a fair bit. Quite nice.
You are in violation of Imperial
I quite like it.
Oh no, I think that's Dumont Plaza.
Crap. Let's move.
They're the ones who made trouble at the vault.
Yeah, that's what you get, Mr. Venatori.
Cultists.
I hate these assholes.
Oh, that. Oh, okay. Interesting. I got a laser beam. Nice. So Solus went bad at the end of Inquisition or between games. At the end of Inquisition, so there was a DLC called Trespasser at the end of Dragon Age Inquisition, right? So at the end of the original game, the main game, Solus disappears, right, at the end. Oh god, do you want to know what the actual thing is, Base, or do you want to play it yourself? I can tell you what happens if you're not going to play it, but it's up to you. Yeah, I wouldn't have asked if I didn't. But okay, so essentially at the end of the main game, Solus just kind of wanders off, just disappears. Okay, once you're done, they're all like, oh my god! And they don't know where Solus disappears to, right? And essentially, Solus finds Mythal, which is Flemeth, Flemeth, who is Mythal, and basically kind of kills her and drains her energy and takes her godlike powers, right? And then at the end of and then we go into Trespasser, and Trespasser is all about, you know, like foiling this Qunari pot to kill leaders and all that jazz, and follow Solus through this whole thing, and then you eventually see Solus, and essentially he goes, I done fucked up. I was the one responsible for putting the veil up, you know, like that, which essentially stops or elves having immortality, and in his mind ruined the entire world. He basically tells the Inquisitor, oh, I'm gonna bring down the veil so the elves can have this glorious world that it used to be without the veil. You know, magic and spirits all coming together in that thing. Unfortunately, that would be catastrophic for 90% of the population of Thedas, because they're mortals and they can't really survive in the Fade. And demons will come through, as you can see, like this. This is the veil cutting apart because of his ritual. Demons are coming through, killing people left, right, and center. And so the Inquisitor at the end will basically say, I'm going to try and redeem you, or I'm going to try and stop you. Those are the two basic options that you get. And now this is 10 years after Inquisition, literally in game. This is 10 years later, and Varric and the Inquisition has been trying to hunt down Solus, and this is where they finally got to it. He's just about to do the ritual that will bring down the veil.
Friendly bunch of cultists, aren't they?
Used to fight these assholes every day in the Shadow Dragons.
Glad you kept up practice.
I don't think I'm gonna do Spellblade. The sole reason is because it's too melee focused, and I played melee. I played melee as a warrior, and I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, but I kind of want to do more range. So I might be a big boom boom glass cannon mage, I think.
Come on. Guess we're sliding down.
Come on. Here we go.
They're allies of Ned Gallus! Kill them all!
Why not? I'm curious. Hit me. You give it? Shit.
The Venatori own these streets.
I don't know if I can block at this. I don't know how to block as a... I think I should just block around. Well, that's fine. I don't need to block.
Venatori, take your revenge!
Okay.
Another barrier, but it looks like Nev's work, not the Venatori's.
Give me the thing. Hot, 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 hot. Okay. There. Just saying, you know, like that looks pretty. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Alright, let's see Nev. Let's see Mad Drip. Look at that. Look how classy she looks, man.
Varric, hiding. Not the worst timing.
She looks
Nev,
so good.
It's so good to see
So
you.
goddamn good.
We thought the Venatori had kidnapped you.
They thought the same thing. A lot of Venatori in the city have
I love
reason
how
to
you
hate
see
me.
one shatter as
Figured
they
I'd
walk
play
past.
along.
Come on, wait
Find
for
out
it,
who wanted
wait
to
for
settle
it.
the score this time. Then the sky started
And
raining
there it
demons. So I'm back on the job.
Appreciate it. Rook, this is Nev Gallus, our local expert. She's gonna help us find Solus. Nev, meet Rook. Both of you have done some work for the Shadow Dragons.
Isn't that a coincidence?
Some old friends said if I was working in Tevinter, the Shadow Dragons are worth trusting.
Okay.
We came prepared for a rescue. Looks like you're way ahead of us.
A rescue? You're sweet.
You said you had a lead?
I haven't seen Solus
It's
in
not
person,
terrible
but I did
grip.
find hints of old magic, similar to what
She's
you get
so
in Elven
badass.
ruins. I traced
Oh yeah,
it
we're
to a
all a
building
bunch of
beneath
short
Our Lady of
asses here.
Victory.
Hell yeah.
That's where your
She can
man's
see.
hiding.
Then
Like
let's
that.
go. Before this ritual he's
Like
doing
that.
gets any
Put
worse.
your hand up like that.
Worse.
It's not that bad.
This ritual's already drawing more power than I'd expect from a dozen mages. You told me he was working alone.
I also told you he was an ancient elven god.
Elven god. Well, whatever he is, he's causing trouble in my city. Let's go.
Dude, it looks amazing. She's so badass. Yeah, she don't need no peripheral vision. She's a goddamn mage. You know what happens to people who try and sneak up on her without her peripheral vision? She freezes.
So if we do catch
It would look
Solus,
better if
or
she
the
wore a
Dread
long
Wolf,
robe or
whatever he
skirt.
calls
She's got too
himself,
many angles
what's the
going
plan?
on. Interesting.
He wants to bring down the veil.
Interesting. Let's
Hopefully that
dissect
ritual
this,
takes
Susie.
his
Let's
full
dissect
attention.
this.
So we
Professional
catch him while he's
artist
doing
right
his
here,
ritual,
Susie
so he
Grace.
can't fight us.
Susanna
That's
Grace.
the hope.
Let's
If it comes
dissect
to a
this
straight
bad
up
thing,
fight, we're
right?
dead.
You say there's too many angles. So you think that would have been much better? That every hem and seam is a strong angle. It's a lot. But why is that bad? I don't know what. I don't understand why having all those pointy things is bad. Because to me, that still looks badass. That makes it look thorny. You know? I'm curious, out of an artistic view, a professional art view, why is that bad? I don't see an issue. Then I am a peasant when it comes to the artistic thing. It looks busy, which can be nice, but for a character in motion, a lot, it can be too much. Interesting. And you believe that this is too much for Nev walking around and in motion, is it? Use of face and form. Interesting. Interesting. All right, I'm gonna look at it next time in a film park, and it's borderline for you, is it? I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look at all the kind of like, you know, if there's any more in cinematics. I'm gonna have a real good look and see if it really makes it quite too busy. Around, just random pieces of gold on the floor that I want to nick.
I'm getting too old for this.
I can remember, I always thought that I needed to get over there.
There. That's the building I tracked Solus to.
Looks like the Venatori also found it. And then demons found them.
Okay. Up we go. Up we go. Someone dropped some change to these boards. So, this is the stuff that they didn't show on the gameplay reveal trailer. Whatever that was, you know, like when you had like... Oh, I know why they've done that. So, this part was new. But if you've seen the gameplay reveal trailer, you've probably seen most of it. I see now. Okay. Ow. Ow! Good, man. Dude, I need to get mana back.
Enchantment on the entrance. I can get it. Venatori. They must have tracked the magic to this building as well.
And then the demons found them.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer bunch.
We should head back. Solus is probably inside.
It probably is, Martin, but there could be loot around here. I need to have a look around. This is the priority. Solus. That's how priority is around here.
So this is the Dreadwolf's hideout.
One of them, at least. Not sure how long he's been here.
Some of this looks ancient.
Solus has been around longer than Minrathous itself.
The Dreadwolf.
Broken chains. Solus is freeing slaves.
Solus hates slavery. One of the few things we actually agreed on.
He said the other elven gods were tyrants who oppressed his people.
Yeah, they weren't
He
great.
was trying to help them.
They weren't great. Susie, what about Hardin? Is that too busy too? Honestly, I genuinely curious from people with expertise in stuff like that, what they see and what I see. You know, the differences in between kind of like what I can completely miss and someone who is trained to, you know, like, thing. A mid-level ranger from World of Warcraft? It's basically what she is, really. Except she's absolutely adorable. She's the best.
What do you see?
No sign of Solus. Just a big glowing window or mirror or something.
Well, that sounds ominous.
I don't think she's too bad. Interesting. Need to check something. Stop moving about. I'm comparing. Okay. Okay, I can see how there are more angles on Nev. Whereas like Hardin is very cloth, like smooth and cloth, whereas that's a lot of sharp angles. Maybe. Oh yes, I understand, Susie. I understand. You're just looking at it through a professional lens of the technical side of it. I totally understand. I totally understand. You're not saying it's bad. You're not saying it's rubbish at all. You're just looking at it as a technical thing. Yeah. Oh, good.
More demons.
Quite interesting. So this is the first game that in Dragon Age a mage can actually move while casting. In all the previous games, they had to stay still to cast. So I want to see how much more maneuverable there was. It is. Cinematic skin textures are very waxy.
Then let's have a look.
We shall have a look. They certainly have a style to them, I suppose you could say. But I think it fits quite nicely. No, this is Frostbite, James. This is Frostbite. Believe it or not. Yeah. Look at it. God damn. Dude, you know someone's got an ego problem when he's got statues of wolves all around and you're called the Dread Wolf. That's an ego. I mean, just look at the reflections.
Just the big glowing window you saw earlier, Rook.
I mean, that's fucking
It's called
nuts.
an Illuvian. They're elven and very old.
Look at it.
It acts like a doorway from one place to another. Solus uses them to get around quickly.
He
That
must
is
have gone through it.
absolutely just crazy. Good God. Just pretend they all had filler work done by an unqualified beautician in Hungary. It's very true. Very true. I genuinely don't see it. Sure, the faces may seem a little smoother than a normal face, but I really don't see what people are thinking about. I think they look great. I like the style. I really do. I think it looks cool. It looks great in my eyes. Much better than Inquisition and any other BioWare game. The detail alone.
Well, we're not in Minrathous anymore.
I know these trees. This is Arlathan Forest.
And there's your ritual. The power involved. I've never seen anything like it.
The tremors are getting worse.
And we've got demons.
Very old. Let's go. Alright. That it?
And I thought the demons were bad back in Minrathous.
The Fade's a mess this close to the ritual. No telling what could come through.
I need to get used to the fact that I can't take punishment like I used to. I'm playing on Nightmare and I'm playing a mage. As a warrior, you can take a few hits. But I think as a mage, I'm going to have to be a little bit careful.
Does it feel like those tremors are getting worse?
Keep moving and try
They
not to
definitely
think about
future-proof
it.
themselves with the stylization. It left them ages to gain more when they chase realism. Yeah. Boom. No, you're right. You're right. I feel like realism, it really goes bad. If you can find like a style like this, I would be happy, right, if BioWare just basically went, okay, this is what Dragon Age looks like. And this is the style that we're going for. And they don't reset it again, because every single Dragon Age game looks different. Because they kept resetting the visual style. Basically, they kept resetting the entire game every single bloody time. But what I really hope from the Veilguard is that they don't reset it again. That they've got a style and they stick with it, and that can be what Dragon Age looks like. You know, I like it. You can. This is like you said, Susie. This is future-proof in it. You know, it's got its style. It's not for everyone's cup of tea. You're not always gonna, like... You know, you gotta stick with your vision. You gotta stick with what you believe in, the artistic vision. People can whinge about what they like, but... I think you always should stick with your artistic vision of what you want something to be. one vision. Indeed. One
We
vision.
get tremors every time one of those big crystals at the ritual site lights up.
When you walk
Not
around
many
with
of them left
stylized
to light.
TV.
Might want to
Exactly,
hurry.
James. Exactly. What are you in combat with? Oh. Good music.
Almost there.
Alright, we'll head up here. Ooh. Okay, so the right leg. Go in it. You bastard. By the way, has anyone else in chat played this yet? Or is this the first time you're seeing it? Hoi! Up and down.
Quite a few of them, aren't there?
Nothing compared to how many will get if Solus finishes his ritual.
Crap, that Rana. Give me the man. Wanted for ancient pot vandalism in multiple realms. Mate, I'm gonna break so many pots and crates in this game, you don't even know. You don't even know. So many. Pot fight.
We have to stop this demon quickly.
What's everyone's opinion on the demon? What do you reckon?
Watch the lightning!
The look of the demon. Do they look good? I like the look of them.
How did demon this large get through the veil?
I genuinely don't know how I do a shield
Probably
protect
set
though.
Solus's ego.
Maybe I should have checked the tutorial. Like, ah, fuck off! Okay. Easy.
Everyone all right?
Good enough. Let's get to Solus.
The heroic pose before he starts weeping. There he is. The reason why so many people fell in love with elves. Well, frankly, no.
All right. I'll take it from here.
Are you sure?
Positive. You three just keep the demons off me while I talk to him.
Varric, Solus isn't gonna stop just because an old friend asks nicely.
Solus needs someone to sell him another option, to help him justify changing his mind.
Look. I think my mouth is a little too small. Constantly pout-faced. Grimace. Archaeologists in this game must have a nightmare about heals. All the valuable ancient pottery they destroy so much. So much pottery. This is a mistake. Let's leave.
Come on, Varric. We didn't come all this way just to talk to him.
He was my friend, Rook. I've gotta try to reach him. But if he won't listen to me, then he'll hear from Bianca.
More demons.
Rook, take care of the team for me.
Old Varric.
Hey, Chuckles. Hope I'm not interrupting.
There he is, chat.
Let's buy him some time.
I hope Varric is getting through to Solus.
You better talk fast. We can't hold these demons off forever.
Okay. He just gave up the high ground.
The Veil is a wound inflicted upon this world. It must be healed.
By drowning the world in demons?
I have taken precautions to minimize the damage, Varric.
Minimize the... People are dying right now. You need to listen. Please.
No, Bianca.
People are always dying. It is what they do.
That's a great line. People are always dying.
Shit. We need a better plan.
Do you want me to take the shot?
Won't work. He's too powerful.
What if we disrupt the ritual?
How?
See those statues? If we break the scaffolding holding that one up, the whole thing will come down on Solus.
Bit
It's
of an
risky.
oversight there from
Interrupting a
Solus.
ritual of this scale will have consequences.
By the way, incoming
And what
one
about
of the
demons?
worst lines
Varric
in the
needs us
entire
to hold
game.
them off.
Right. You two stay here. I'll bring down the statue.
What?
Wait
No.
for it.
Stepping into all that raw magic is suicide.
The storm could tear you apart.
Anyone got a better idea?
Fine, but you'll need
This
backup.
line that
I'm
Nev
with you.
says.
I'm a mage. I'll go.
The fuck
Either way,
is that?
someone needs to stay back and deal with the demons.
I'm a mage. I'll go. So am I. Why do I need another one? That is one of the worst lines in this entire game. It makes no sense. It doesn't explain anything. And she kind of goes, I need a reason to put myself forward. I'm a mage? That is one of the worst lines for me. It's just so bad. So bad. How that got through into the thing, I never know. I'm the mage, bitch. I don't know how that got in. I really don't. I really don't. It's really bad. You know the one thing that kind of makes me think? I think the voice budget and the writing budget in this game was slashed. Quite a lot. They didn't have a big budget, so they had to make lines like this. Really short. Because obviously, actors are paid by word or line or whatever it is. So I think their budget was so got slashed, and they said, right, you gotta shorten these out, writers. We gotta do it straight to the point. We gotta save money here. Boom, boom, boom. I'm a mage. I'll go. I mean, if that's true, and their voice budget and the voice and writing budget got slashed, I mean, they're really trying to do something like with their hands tied behind their backs, right? I genuinely think, I have no evidence to back this up, by the way. This is just my opinion. But I think the voice and writing budget was slashed. And all these poor writers are being kind of because of the poor writing and all that jazz. But I think maybe they're just doing the best that they could with what limited resources that they had. I'm just thinking, I'm just saying. It may not be true at all, but, Nev, who do I want? We'll go to Nev. I haven't had Nev with me this time. I took Harding.
Let's go, Nev. Harding, keep the demons busy.
Good luck.
God, Harding's so pretty. She's so pretty. There you go. Here we go. I quite like how they did the audio that they're talking. Up.
This is it! We need to bring down the scaffolding.
Easy. Okay.
Why tear
By the
down
way,
the veil?
scaffolding isn't there to
Knowing all
keep
the
something
lives
up,
it'll
it's so you
cost.
can climb it.
We shared a journey years ago. Do you believe that I would do this if there was some
Same.
other better option?
The pillar's weak, but
It isn't falling. We need to push it.
right.
Wait, what are you pushing it for? You're both
Together.
mages. Use
Now.
magic. Blast the
You
thing.
came a long way and made a valiant effort, Varric, but this story does not end with my
Dude.
downfall.
He's so good. Solus' character voice acting is so good. Welsh. Did you know that? He's Welsh. What you really don't want is a pissed off Solus high energy. Ugh. No, Varric, don't do it! Don't do it, Varric. Varric got one there. Yeah.
Eric!
It's alright, man. It's okay. Whoop, Solus, you done fucked up. You done messed up, man. That's a lot of tentacles. Oh yeah, totally healed. Oh.
Let's go. This way. This way.
I love this. Yeah. Not going well. I like that effect. That's cool. I don't know what that effect. Reverb? I don't know what that effect's called. Oh no. Tomato. Ketchup. Oh. Dragon Age. The Veil Guard. Oh dear. God.
You have no idea what you have done.
Solus?
Yeah, we done fucked up, guys. Not bad.
I know what I did. I stopped you from destroying the world.
Game over.
I was not destroying the world. When you disrupted my ritual, the magical energies pulled me here, into the Fade.
Okay, so that's why you're here. But why am I here?
Your physical body is unconscious, but you shed a few drops of blood at the ritual site.
Uh-oh.
Enough for a tenuous connection.
Blood magic?
Firstly, I abhor the use of blood magic. Secondly, Had I the power to control you, I would already have used it.
I'd just like to say that as much I love Solus's voice. I can't remember what his name is. Gareth? Is it Gareth? I need to look up Solus's voice actor because he's so good. I can't remember. Gareth David Lloyd. Very good actor. Incredible. He's very good. But also the mocap for Solus, the way he presents himself, the way he stands and moves is quite different to any other character in the game. It's so cool. I'd like to wake up, please.
So all I have to do to get away from you is wake up.
And how much experience do you have willing yourself from sleep to wakefulness?
Can't be that hard.
While you practice, perhaps you would like to hear about the consequences of your actions.
Meaning?
The Evanurus, or as you would call them, the Elven Gods. The creatures that escaped. In ancient times, they ruled the elves, but that was not enough. They sought not just to be obeyed, but to be worshipped. When I rebelled, they drew on the horrific magic of the Blight,
Are you listening,
corrupting
chap? This is
all they
important.
saw until I trapped them.
Very
Thanks to you, though, I am now trapped, and the blighted Elven Gods walk free.
How am I supposed to trust anything you're saying?
You saw them escape from my prison.
I also saw you bringing down the veil.
I had a plan.
Varric always said you'd have a big explanation for why none of this was your fault.
Varric.
Yeah, he said that's your style. Never quite lies, clever half-truths that let you convince yourself you're doing the right thing. He tried to talk to you anyway, and now he's hurt.
Varric is quite practiced at shading the truth himself.
So those things that got out, you said they were gods?
They said they were gods. Blighted, tyrannical, sadistic gods. It took all my power to imprison them millennia ago, but I am certain you will be fine.
Okay, now I'm worried.
How bad are we talking here?
Their power outstripped my own even before they embraced the corruption of the Blight.
But you did imprison them.
Through trickery. I also had a ritual dagger of pure Lyrian, and a network of mirrors to take me from the lighthouse across the world.
I don't have either of those.
Well then, I expect you will be busy. Elganan and Gillenane are your problem to solve. This is your responsibility now.
Here's Solus. Thanks for that.
Why? Why tear down the veil? Listen.
Oh, hey, Varric.
What you have done. This is your responsibility now.
Well, look who's still with us.
Varric? You're okay. But I saw Solus stab you. You fell.
Trust me, kid. I've had worse. It'll take more than a flesh wound to stop me. Don't think I'll be making it out to the field anytime soon, though.
What happened?
Remember how you said that Chuckles wasn't going to listen, Rook? Oh, turns out you were right.
The plan did go a little wrong.
Yeah. Harding got everyone out. By the skin of her teeth, mostly. Before you start worrying, Nev will be fine. She's apparently a lot tougher than both of us put together. Or, at least, she's a lot tougher than me.
Oh god, I'm sorry, Varric. So just so you know, any cry option, I'm gonna take it because this is going to be this kind of character.
I should have come up with a better plan. I should have...
You worked with what you had, and you succeeded,
He's the
by the
standard
way.
anime protagonist.
World isn't
who always
drowning in
pegs
demons.
themselves and goes, God, I
It isn't
should've
over,
done
though.
this."
We trapped Solus in the
He's even
Fade,
got
but
the
something
anime
else got out.
protagonist here.
Something...
Rook, you've got this. I've seen your work. Like the time you disobeyed orders while taking down that Venatori slavery ring. There's a reason I dragged you into this whole Solus mess. You're clever, adaptable, and you don't know when to quit.
Rook, look who's awake. I've been searching the place for Lyrian potions. Didn't mean to intrude.
Not at all. I was just about to have a look around.
Oh, be careful if you go outside, Rogue. It is a long way down. The Illuvian led us into something, and it's in the Fade. Because that's what we needed.
Oof.
The dream world.
Then I really need to look around.
Can't hurt, in theory. And we need to talk about our next move. Maybe find Harding? She went outside somewhere. There's a table in the central area here. I'll meet you both there.
Go ahead, Rook. Me, I need to sleep. See you later, kid.
I do like the catch. So this is just pre-order stuff that I got. You know what? I probably think that's probably a really good time to stop. Look at him. He's so tiny. Look at him. So this is probably a good time to stop, actually, guys, I think. He's so wee. He's so wee. So we'll stop there. I just wanted to give this a go, stream a little bit. I'll try my best to stream a bit more often. As much as I can. The problem is, you know, I don't know what to really play anymore apart from Dragon Age the Veilguard. You know, genuinely, when I finish it, because I've been playing it for 2 weeks solid, when I finished it, I was like, what do I do now? What other game do I play? Well, I may as well make another character. So, I held off making another character until the stream. So, you know, yeah, it was good. But thank you so much for watching, guys. It's good to be streaming a little bit. I don't know when I'm going to be live again. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe sometime this weekend. But we'll see. I'm probably going to upload this onto the YouTube if you want to watch it back. And if you want any audiobook narrations of Dragon Age stories from Tevinter Nights, that's on my YouTube too. That I did. That's on my YouTube too if you want to learn more about the companions of Dragon Age the Veilguard. There's some stuff there as well. But yeah, so thank you all so much for being here. And I guess I'll see you next time. I wonder... Yeah. Anyway, cheerio. Now, how do I do this again? Oh, yes, by there. Bye.